Hi, I'm Grant.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
What's up? I'm Chris, and I don't sing.
And we together are 3/5 of
Tiberius.
And this is ROCKFLESH.com in some way, shape, or form.
Of Manchester, and look who we've got with us. Yeah, 3/5, as they said, of Tiberius.
The best 3/5. What up?
Exactly, word up. Halfway through the tour, mini tour.
Yes, just a wee run down the UK to celebrate the album.
Excellent. So what, Glasgow, was it Glasgow last night?
Glasgow last night, yeah.
London tomorrow night, was it?
Manchester tonight. Manchester's looking pretty compared to Glasgow last night.
Sure, hell. Great out.
No, just Glasgow's rough these days.
Yeah.
We're from Edinburgh. We're
I was
allowed
going to say,
we're allowed to shit talk Glasgow.
It's not as rough as London, though.
Right,
It's definitely not as rough as London.
At
least we found a lovely place to dine in yesterday before we had.
Oh my god, that's going to be the story of the mini tour. The one is that we went to UFO Alien Burger in Glasgow, or is it Alien UFO Burger?
Alien UFO Burger.
Alien UFO Burger. They're getting a lot of promo from us. They got big neon signs.
They do.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
okay.
The advertising looks like a 90s laser tag.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what you guys were actually doing there, whether it was eating.
We're trying to.
That's where we
played.
That's where we played.
I wish. That's exactly my page.
So
Wait, Nick, do you want to come hold the boom mic? Do you want to hold the boom mic? Okay.
we've just spotted
Sorry,
a
that's
drummer
Nick
in the
from
wild.
Tiberius.
Yes, a drummer in the wild.
Yeah.
You want to be quiet.
He's uncomfortable in camera.
He's uncomfortable in
If
camera.
you
Do
point
you
the
want? Do you want to join us? Do you want to join
Come
us?
join us. Come join.
Sit in the middle.
Sorry, he looked forlorn. He's not going to be in the intro, and I'm really sorry about that. We could redo the intro at the end, or you could just accept
actually
that this is what happens with Tiberius.
bet
People
you've-
just turn up.
I bet you've ruined all the framing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the framing. Are we good? Right, we're perfect. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Right, and don't worry, underneath the denim jacket is plate. So we're still on. We're still on. We're still on track. Yeah, we're still on track.
Well, if you're coming from the north, you got to represent, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So play shirts. Excellent. So yes, mini tour in honour of the new album. Yes, singing for company. How's the response been to the album?
Actually, pretty bloody good.
Yeah.
I think it's been really heartwarming. Not to be serious for a second. It's been a really nice response. Had a lot of people reaching out to us, friends, family, random people, which is lovely. People discovering the band who'd never heard of us before, so this is their first introduction to Tiberius, and we're like, "Whoa, honey, you're in for a world of craziness if this is you just joining the train." We actually did an interview recently that involved trains, so there's all kinds of interview and promo going on that we never thought we would do, some we'd never want to do again. But here we are. This is our second interview with ROCKFLESH, so that's clearly not the case here.
But back to this one, so the album overall pretty positive and pretty reassuring.
I'm the numbers guy. So
Here we go. So hit me with some numbers, some stats,
So
baby.
so the stats for it are amazing as well. If you want like a nice graph of like an album launch I'm happy with, I can show you some tasty graphs. Every single's like new record highs, and then the album
Exponential growth.
It is exponential growth, so we're happy with the numbers. Don't lie.
That's the bonus
And
material.
they spelled
Making up
disaster for other prog bands.
Is that going to be the tagline? you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
We've recently discovered that the best way to promote any release or gigs or anything, our best way to promote is just to start beef with other bands.
Yep.
So we've recently called out Kairos being much less stylish than us.
Yeah.
Slobs almost.
Slobs.
Quite slobby in their
they're quite snobby in their
appearance.
appearance. So that's our current internet beef. But we're just and you hear start beats.
Yeah, exactly. Feuding.
I think it's a new way to go.
Yeah, feuding is the way to get publicity.
Yeah.
All feuding is good publicity.
It sells
as they
like
often
it sells
say.
like boxing matches and wrestling shows instead. And I think it's
People
the,
like conflict. Are you the Eubank Junior?
yeah, I think it's the new I think it's a new way for music. It's just to start beats. So who else is a bunch of shit cunts?
Yeah. If anyone wants to step to us, fucking bring it on.
Exactly.
Sorry, can we swear?
Well, in the last 3 seconds, you said 3 of the worst ones. So, I suppose you're
Sorry,
right.
we're Scottish.
And whoever's watching in another band, they were aimed at you.
Yeah.
They were aimed at you.
You know who sucks? Code Speaker. Code Speaker are losers.
Yeah. Come on.
Frontier-
In the comments.
Frontier
Come
are
on. Stop
losers.
beef.
They're all losers.
Who's that?
Their light show's derivative. Their light show is derivative.
Yeah. Code Speaker have really bad shoes.
Yeah.
Frontier have underpowered microwaves. You heard it here first.
Wow, you did hear it first. And these are the hard-hitting questions that we always ask them.
Yeah.
Talking of light displays, you've got a new light
We've
arranged.
upgraded.
When
Who
haven't
told
you? I just know stuff.
It's important.
I struggle to believe that.
Yeah, go for it. It's important to us that our show is too big for the venue we're in at all times. So just as it was starting to look normal and like we weren't acting above our station, we decided it was time to expand and upgrade. We've always said that we want to do like the stadium show, our version of a stadium show in like a small sweaty room. So yeah, we've had to step up a little
The
bit.
best bit is we've just added double the lights. So it's just like the
More-
stuff
more
that was
shit
there
going
before
on.
is now pales in comparison to what we've added. So it's just madness.
Our album preview shows, like we put a lot into the production for it specifically because it was the first time people were hearing tracks off of it. And we just, I think going forward, we're kind of like, well, we want to sort of try and
taste for
match
it.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
we got the light bug, if you like.
Said there'll be like fire and all sorts.
Yeah, massive screen.
Yeah.
Well,
Your videos are.
that is happening at Radar Festival.
Is it?
Yeah, because we're on the main stage.
Of course you are.
On the main stage.
Video walls. So there will be things.
We are crafting right
crafting.
now. We are
We're cooking.
really crafting. We're cooking. It's not going to be a regular video wall. If we can help it, it will not be a regular video wall.
Well, I mean, you guys don't do anything in a regular fashion, video, do you?
No, no.
I mean, how would you describe your music apart from rock metal to anyone who doesn't know you? And if you don't know them, look,
It's pop masquerading as prog metal for a start, which I think really probably annoys prog metal fans.
It does because
We'll
the
start
city-
beef with them as well.
Fuck you all.
Fucking nerds.
I believe Toto have got real big people about it.
Yeah.
The band or the dog from.
Well, that's for you to find out.
Because that dog is dead, so
Yeah.
we already win. I'll let you bring me a dog and I will outlive it. That's the Tiberius guarantee.
With every album purchase.
Yeah. I'll just wait for 12 years and watch it die and then move on with my life. Be like, I still got decades, son. I'm not even retired yet.
That took it, sir.
That's all.
Yeah.
What was the question? I don't know how I got to that.
How would you describe your music?
Oh yeah, I think it's quite.
Oh yeah, that was the
We
one.
veered often to Dead Total and the Ghost of Total.
That's what our music is like.
Yeah,
We're
the
the
dying throw.
We're the ghost. You're the dying souls of Toto.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing, man. For the next album.
Yeah.
Dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the back, fuck Steve Lukather. Just because beef. Perfect.
All right.
I don't know
Party,
if you can play that
party.
up.
There's a party going on behind us.
Videos. So 4 singles from this album, 4 videos. Still very different videos, but 4 fantastically amusing videos.
Good.
Thank you. Each probably having standout elements to them, I'd say. I want you guys to say what you think the standout elements are from each of the videos.
Me, baby, me.
I think definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, it was
Tip
being
of the spear first.
vomited on by Johann.
Yeah.
For me, is
Yeah.
one that will
Yeah.
last with me for a while.
Yeah.
That's my favourite thing to film.
I love like a couple of shorts that were ruined in that video.
Do you know when you asked last time? We were talking about this before we started. Last time you asked me if we had a little bit of budget, what we'd do in the video.
Yeah.
So the tip of the spear one where Ryan gets vomited on was the stripped down version because I didn't have the budget for what I wanted, which was more than one of Johann's kind of like nut job, fat gammon, right wing character vomiting and shitting all over him. We had to scale it back to just the one. So that's the constraints I have to work with.
If you could have,
If I could have.
more intolerable.
If I could have,
yes,
it would have been.
multiple. Yeah,
Stand out.
multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple Gavins.
I really wanted to be visceral.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
Ryan wasn't acting.
What was next?
No, he was very.
Mosaic was next.
Mosaic was next. What's your standout moment from Mosaic?
Working with Callum McMillan, that was I
Yes.
thought it was really nice. Like Chris is just a bit too much sometimes, so it was nice to have someone else behind the camera for a change.
Although it was co-directed.
Yeah,
He was shooting everything.
He got involved. He's
Yeah,
actually
he's
in the video.
A couple of cameos.
Yeah,
Cameo
a couple.
from Director Callum and a cameo from my fiance, Ridge. Was in the off-sheet.
And that video is great. It is what you guys do, the kind of like super smug smile,
Honestly,
happy time.
smug. Yeah, I know it's not maybe.
Look at you.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a particular angle in that video that Callum
he's
got
alright.
where I look like an absolute goblin in it. Like my nose is pointed down, and it
Yeah.
just shows you how much it's grown since the last video, and it's it's a little bit upsetting for me. But
Yeah, it is the come to bed eyes that you do throughout.
Oh, is that?
That's
Yeah,
what they are.
come to
That's
bed
what they
eyes.
are.
I think what I learned through the videos was, number one, I was uncomfortable with how well Ryan slipped into that character from Mosaic.
That was one of the things I was going to ask actually. Which was it easier or harder to do?
This smug social media influencer wretch. He was like straight in, and then Johann for John Gavin, who took the spear when he was like this big. Oh my
to
god!
be clear, from Tibby lore, that is his name. Is John Gavin.
John Gavin.
and he was riffing like some
He
proper
was
like
terrifying.
awful.
He looks the part.
Embodied it.
Yeah.
Especially when he was actually
Yeah.
on you.
I
Because
was-
there is behind the scenes kind
He
of
did,
footage that you can see.
he was
In
improv.
prep,
Yeah.
in prep for it, I heard that he watched 5 hours of GB News, and then he just went straight in costume, and just repeated most of what he heard on there.
The thing he didn't tell Ryan at the time when we were filming it is that the stuff he had written in his mind, it was essentially just like raw or sticky to the vegetable to start. But it's a horrible consistency. It's obviously goo.
Yeah, viscous.
And it was sort of, room temperature because we were outside and I'd been sitting in the microwave, so it's horrible stuffy. So when Johann has some in his mouth, he could like spit it on Ryan. He threw up a little bit at the same time because it was just so gross. So we didn't tell Ryan till afterwards. That's why Johann's performance is so
Didn't tell him
convincing.
till now.
You said this wouldn't burn my eyeballs. Why is it burning? Oh, that's just John's stomach acid.
That's Johann's fault.
Oh dear. And
Standout
then,
moment for Juggernaut.
Yeah, that's when I started to cover it, isn't it? I was a robot.
no, I was not. It was robot clone grad.
He is at home currently. We've managed to subdue him
Yeah.
temporarily.
Does it say you're not dressed it up like that at all? No.
It's not a costume. It's a robot with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not bringing him on stage?
No.
it's not.
Did you not watch the video? Did you not see how it all went horribly wrong?
Had to let
Did
out.
you not see that we were victims of our own hubris?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he's.
That's true. You know us too well.
Maybe Radar has the budget for Robot Red.
A whole army. A whole army of robot brands. Yeah, there's enough of us that'll be.
I imagine there's a lot of people at Radar Festival who have maybe never seen us before, and they'll be like, "What the actual?"
Good, yeah. No, I want people to leave. Usually, you want people to leave the show to rest for like plans or related music. I want everyone to be. I want them to have enjoyed themselves, enjoyed the music, and be slightly confused.
And Jesus.
Yes,
Oh,
our
yeah.
Lord and
Finally.
Savior,
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
excellent.
our
Yeah.
Savior.
That is the fourth video I'm talking about, by the way. I'm not just shouting Jesus.
Just Jesus, get up in your lives. Get up in your lives. Sort yourself out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, and looking for the actual shoot in Scotland. I live in London, so the green screens by Jesus self afterwards. So,
It's not a problem when you're omnipotent. Anyway,
exactly.
It was supposed to be God. But
Yeah,
and then right before we were organising shooting it, I was like, you know what, Ryan, you actually kind of look like Jesus.
Yeah.
So let's just lean into it.
Yeah.
And it was Easter. So
And people, like a lot of people were like, well, some people beforehand were like, oh, is that not maybe a bit offensive to Christians and stuff? But I dare say that I paint Jesus in quite a good light because he's not very impressed by, this character's antics.
also fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started beef with the Grizzos.
Yeah. This is just what we do.
It's been too long since they had a good crusade.
Yeah. At least a decade. So on a serious note, the meaning behind certainly Tip of the Spear, and I guess kind of the whole album.
Oh yeah.
In regards to, I know you're kind of very vocal about this stuff.
About issues.
Yeah.
Issues that are affecting people. No, serious answer is in some ways it's a cosmic gumbo. Sorry, we are big fans. Never mind. It is.
That's how the serious
it's a spiritual. It's a spiritual successor to the first album, right? In terms of content, I don't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel authentic to really write about my own personal sort of experience. So I tend to write about things outwardly, and most things annoy me. So they tend to be protest songs by default. But I think that one thing that had really sort of stuck with me from first album leading to this album was that there's more of a recognition. I think where Aatma was almost prophetic in saying that we're heading, straight towards absolute annihilation, and then COVID pandemic hit, etc., etc. This one was more like, okay, we have all these problems, why are we talking past each other? So it's really interesting because Singing for Company wasn't actually a title I came up with, it was a working title for one of the songs, so it ended up staying with the song Singing for Company and becoming the album title. But yeah, it was not planned that way, but a lot of the songs thematically are about communication, they're about lack of communication, there's still some sort of like, some more specific themes that it kind of teased out, pulled out. That's just how I write. Something annoys me, I think about the broader themes behind that thing that annoys me, and that becomes the song. So I'd say that's kind of the sort of main gist of the album.
Old man yelled at clothes.
Yeah, we are in our mid-30s, so it's kind of getting that way.
Old man yelled at clothes.
And I think as well that way that you say about kind of critical thinking being almost like a dying skill with people, and just that kind of element as well. Yeah. Didn't want to say, but yeah, on another note, if you had a superpower, what superpower would you like?
I think
I'm not giving them out, but
Ryan's would be the ability to be blonde. I think.
He would love to change his hair from the ginger age.
Yeah.
And as a superpower, he's really upset about it.
Yeah. Anyway, what about the rest of us? The other few of us. What would you go for?
I would like to be able to produce on demand any scent I want.
Wow. Fucking skunk.
I wondered where that was going. It kind of went okay.
I just want to be able to be in like a long space with a bunch of people and just create any smell I want. Just watch them all go.
What?
Yeah, I just want to create my own confusion.
We're not doing enough of that.
Nothing
Your
horrible.
answers generated.
Nothing horrible.
What's your superpower?
I'm going to go for like create an instant doppelganger.
You don't think there's enough of you?
No, definitely.
Your superpower, you can have anything.
Yeah.
Is more of you.
Exactly. That's it.
Says it all.
Now tell me who's the poor self-absorbed.
Who's fucking self-absorbed? I'm sitting here getting absolutely abused.
Turned
just
the
thinking
weeds
it.
against us.
I'd fucking have teleportation, so the minute I get a sniff of, oh, you're ginger, and the minute I have a sniff of like, oh, like you were just talking nonsense
Teleport
again, I
straight
can
into
just
the women's changing room, like the little creepy is.
teleportation for me.
I know what he's thinking. I'm not going to let him quietly get away with it. I know
Starting
exactly.
beef with Monty Spencer's now as well.
Anyway, you already chose the
They've got more
ginger.
beef than we can handle.
Yeah.
Right, what's yours then?
What?
What's yours then?
I'd actually go for teleportation as well because I'm in a long distance relationship and that makes things
Oh,
much easier.
how sweet! How caring of you!
Well, it's better than doppelgangers and wannabe in women's changing rooms.
Doppelgangers, great.
Jesus. Get out of any situation. Yeah.
But imagine if you could just conjure the scent form.
It's the combination now. The doppelganger, the teleported to women's change room to make any smell like that.
Oh God!
That's what you've created.
That's 10 years.
That's about
Exactly. Created the ultimate sexual pervert. What's wrong with us? Like if you combine them together, the fucking XXX men, Jesus.
Fantastic.
Right. Is it?
It is. So you've got Radar coming up in the
Yes.
summer.
Thank you.
What else have you guys got in store over the next year or so?
There's a couple
stuff.
things we're going to be one of those bands that be like, there's a couple things coming up that we can't talk about, but there are a
Big
couple things coming up
plans.
that we
Big
can't talk about.
plans.
But rest assured, they are like exciting.
We have Frog Power Europe
Oh yeah, and the Netherlands.
in September, October, end of September, start of October,
Yeah,
which is in the Netherlands,
Yeah,
which is a very long drive from Edinburgh.
yeah,
So stuff will happen around that.
yeah.
yeah. Alien themed eateries.
Oh, have they told you?
Yes, yeah.
okay.
They're all played up on that. So.
I'm so angry. As you were.
So yeah, we've got
Keep going on. At the moment, the big ones are Radar and then Prog Power Europe, I believe,
Yeah.
in terms of like what's been
we
announced.
have other very cool festival stuff to announce
Yep.
very soon,
Yep.
and obviously we're not going to drive all that way and not do some other stuff. So
Yeah.
there'll be other things announced around that, but again, they're all sort of coming together, ready to be put out there very soon. In the next month or so.
When's the new album coming out?
I was actually about to say that's
Hopefully sooner than the gap that happened between.
To be honest,
good.
we have quite a lot of it written.
Yeah,
So it's
a lot
That is-
like early draft
stuff. Yeah, that's that. Like that's
rather than
that,
stuff that went on the cutting room floor. As it were.
yeah. So that
Well,
is
part one and part two.
no, it's not scrap stuff. It's like there's songs that we have that I think are like there's a couple of first kebab. So that is also taking on.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep a bit up on that and do the live stuff. But yeah.
And one final question: how are you going to get into the crowd on main stage, Radar?
I have been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it ain't Tiberius. Without
Do you know what I
crowd.
ultimately want is I don't know if this is a real thing, but if you watch Pirate,
unlike the superpowers.
if you watch Pirate film, you've got this little ramp that they put between boats and then they run across boats. What I want is there's a security barrier and there's a stage. What I want is I guess it's like a plank.
Yes.
I want like a thing that we can lower that goes douche and then you just run out.
You want a drug.
I want a drawbridge.
You want a boarding plank.
want a
a boarding plank to board to board the
the
audience.
audience. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yes. And once again, we're back to it. And on that bombshell, I'd like to say thank you for spending some time with us in Bangkok.
Thanks so much for having us.
We did get attacked once.
We like if we were outside this long in Scotland, we'd get wet. So this is cool.
Yeah. Perfect. So, obviously, this interview, the review from tonight, the photos from tonight, which camera on? Will all be on rockflesh.com later on. But once again, thank you very much, Tiberius.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so very much. We'll see you again soon with album 3.
Right.